right, so welcome to Share a Sip with Andrew and Evan from Lapis Luna.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
All right, so this time we're gonna go through some of their wines. I know you've seen me post about it because I'm a huge fan, so it's awesome to be here.
We're a big fan of yours
Yeah,
too.
we are.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Particularly those Big Red Monster posts. Those were really cool.
They were fun to do. So we'll be sipping on their wine. They'll tell you a little more about it and how they got into the wine career. So who wants to begin first? How did you guys do it together, or?
So we started with at a young age.
We've loved alcohol for a very long time.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like it.
before we were legal to drink or buy alcohol. We started with a beer project when we were really young. I think you were in college. I was in high school.
We brewed the beer for a friend of the family's wedding. It's like
Okay.
200 bottles, and came up with a label, and we were
awesome.
just all about how much alcohol could the beer have,
Okay.
and it turned out really well.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
then that
sterilizing bottles in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
and it was funny.
growing
awesome.
hops. We had our
In the
dad
backyard.
growing hops in the backyard.
So did your parents like in the wine or
No,
beer? No. Okay.
no. We didn't grow up in the wine industry, and we don't come from a wine family.
Okay.
But so then at that wedding, which was in like San Diego or something, at that wedding was the lab manager at the Firestone Walker
Okay.
Brewery. This was a long time ago. This was probably like 2006 or 7. Jim Crooks, Jim's out there, and that led to a job that
Okay.
I got at the Firestone Brewery.
Okay, awesome.
Just up the road,
Yeah.
not too far. 20
Yeah.
minutes from here.
So we're on the Central Coast in Santa Margarita.
Oh, yeah, we traveled a little bit
At the
today.
log cabin, and so started in beer, but then really quickly got into wine.
How did that help?
Well, I went to school here in
Okay.
San Luis Obispo at Cal Poly, and
Okay.
I was ag business
Okay.
with a wine and vit minor, enology and viticulture. Although I recently looked at my diploma, and the minor isn't even on it, so maybe
You can write it in.
Maybe I didn't actually get the minor. Did my very first harvest at Edna Valley in 2007,
Okay.
and just got the wine bug, making Pinot and Chardonnay.
Awesome.
I was the inoculator, hydrating the yeast, and I had to like shave every day and wear a respirator so you
Okay.
don't breathe the yeast, and I felt very important. Yeah.
Wow.
Kept
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
and then
Cool.
did production for like 5 or 6 years at various wineries on the Central Coast.
Okay.
And then moved up to Napa and Sonoma, got more into the grape growing side, buying grapes. Some of the bigger wine companies will have a team of people that are just focused on buying grapes.
Yeah. Okay.
So, you know, what makes a ton of grapes that go into a $100 bottle versus a ton of grapes that go into like a $10 bottle.
Okay.
So that was particularly interesting. The farming, the soils, the region, and got like super into the production and the grape growing. Meanwhile, Evan had done some production and then got into the distribution side.
Okay.
Well, and so I studied abroad in Sweden, and Andrew was like firm in the wine industry and contracting grapes, and I was tasting wines all over.
What year?
from
What year?
2008. I was
Yeah.
in Sweden, and at that time it was still like, what country do I want to visit? What's the alcohol content? You know, very minor.
You were
exploration.
disappointed in the low ABV beer of Sweden, if I remember right.
Yeah,
That's
Right,
like
it's a lot of
Europe, so you could
3-2.
drink all day and their
Yeah.
alcohol's lower.
And you have to go to a government store in Sweden, so you can't purchase on weekends or holidays. Much more heavily regulated. But then I went into some different industries. I made surfboards for a while. I was in tech, and then Andrew and I wanted to pair up in alcohol. So I went into the distribution side and making wine. in
Evan was the
2015.
salesperson of the year for a big California wine distributor.
Nice.
Yeah,
Congrats.
wine warehouse.
That's
Thank you.
awesome. And if
Yeah.
you haven't noticed, they look a lot alike. They are brothers, not
Yeah,
twins,
yeah.
but brothers. Yeah.
So then we started working together just 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And was that with Lapis Luna?
That was kind of the start. So,
Okay.
Yeah. So our company is called Room Cellars.
Okay.
And our slogan
for
is
one.
all for wine, wine for all.
I like it.
Which we haven't
Cheers to
trademarked
that.
yet, but we
Yeah,
say it a
cheers.
lot. All for wine, wine for all. And then our focus is really in heritage wine brands.
Okay.
And We've acquired some wine brands where maybe it had lost its way in distribution consolidation, or for whatever reason we were able to acquire the brand. Oh, is the wind going to blow over? No, we're all
our
right.
phone call.
Oh. And so Lapis Luna, we rebranded
Okay.
in 2018.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. That's what we're sipping right
Yeah.
now. It's
Yeah,
the
the
Sauvignon
Sauvignon
Blanc.
Blanc.
So they have like, I'll go a little closer. Really cool, like labels. It's bright, and then really awesome, like back labels, which I can't get. because
Each
I'm in the
label
hall.
shows a faceless hero reaching
Yes.
for the moon. The artwork's from the early 1600s. It's all from the same book called Pious Desires.
With kind of all of our wine programs, we want to bring inspiration to people,
Yeah.
positivity, aspiration.
Reach for the moon.
Reach for the
Yes.
moon,
So
exactly.
fun thing. I haven't published it yet, but I actually wrote a blog post.
Oh,
on
you
this
did?
wine.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
I-
On the Sauv Blanc?
On all of them, actually.
Wow.
I took the wine and like the labels.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I just need to edit it a little more, but that's how much these wines inspired me. I actually wrote something.
Oh, that's
like,
fantastic,
Besides an
Dad.
Instagram post.
Wow,
So
thank
yeah.
you.
So I love them because I'm a very I love quotes and like motivation. So it's not
So
just
do
like
we.
super amazing wine that's actually like really affordable. Like it'll give you some motivation.
You'll feel even more motivation
Yeah.
as you drink the wine.
Yes,
too.
exactly. Once you're like about to hear, you can do anything. like,
So, okay, so this all comes from a vineyard in Northern California,
Okay.
near Ukiah, at the
Okay.
very north end of the state, the county of Mendocino.
Okay.
It's a pretty
Poly
windy,
Ranch.
yeah, the Poly Ranch.
Awesome.
Fantastic site.
Okay.
And a little windier, well-drained soils, so it's real tropical,
Yeah.
but not over the top. It's not like fruit cocktail.
Get some pineapple, some minerality,
It's
some
like
good
a white
acidity.
peach characteristic that's really nice here. It's smelling quite good.
And that's
today.
how we want all of our styles of wine. Very easy drinking,
Mhm.
consumer friendly,
ready to drink.
ready to drink. Yeah, you can pop the cork and pour.
Yeah.
It's like a racing acidity there, real juicy. Sauv Blanc. And then the back quote, those who do not move do not feel their
So
chains.
people are always confused about this one,
Oh,
but
really?
I
This
guess
one?
like, but I'm like,
You gotta
I guess-
break free.
Exactly, that's what I wrote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have to like send it to you, but I'm trying. I just wrote it, so I need to
Awesome.
edit it. Yeah. But
Thank you.
yeah, I was like, people are like, what does that mean? Like, if you don't, I was like, if you don't move, how are you gonna feel what's holding you back?
Yeah,
I was like, and then you
absolutely.
gotta keep moving so you break it through. That's what I did.
Well said.
Okay,
well said.
cool.
Very well put.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's room for interpretation
Exactly.
too.
I was like, anyone could say whatever.
So the artwork is all from the early 1600s. The quotes range, and we'll usually when we do when we release a new wine, we'll put the quote out on social media for a decision.
Okay.
And
they stay that way, right?
Usually, yeah. I don't
Yeah,
think
we
we've
haven't
changed
changed
any.
it.
I'm trying to remember where that is. That like an Aristotle quote? Some of
so,
them are
yeah.
from Shark Tank.
Oh, that's awesome.
The
Lori
Chardonnay.
Grenier,
The
yeah.
Chardonnay is look back to learn.
Oh, yeah,
Look
forward
forward
to
to
it,
succeed. Lori Grenier said that on
Okay.
Shark Tank.
I-
I actually
I
have
really-
a little clip of her saying that.
Cool.
We should
We
include
should
at
use
some
it.
point.
That's cool.
Should we keep tasting
Yeah.
through?
Let's go to the Big
Okay.
Red Monster.
Yes. And all their like wines are very like all the artwork and everything. I'm a label person, so I totally buy this at the store.
Cool.
All right.
But it's what inside that really counts. But we do. we have a
Exactly.
lot of fun with
Don't
the
you don't
labels.
judge a book by its cover, but definitely like
Okay, so this is the Big Red Monster, Paso Robles Cabernet, and this is a monster. Cheers,
Yeah,
Dad.
cheers.
It's good to see you in person.
I know, it's so much fun. I love this. See, like just connecting people through wine. That's like my goal of this whole series.
So Paso Robles is probably my favorite wine growing region in California.
Okay.
It's special for two main reasons. One is the diurnal temperature difference.
Okay.
That's
That's
the
all
difference between the hottest part of the day and the coldest part of the night. It'll get up to 100 during the day, it'll get freezing at night.
Okay.
So you get those big, bold flavors,
Yeah.
plum, blackberry,
Which you
and
get
then
a
the
lot.
cold keeps the juiciness.
Yeah.
And then the land is relatively cheap in comparison with Napa
Napa,
or
yeah.
Sonoma. An acre of land in Paso, people will probably debate me on this, but like a planted acre at Paso is around $40,000 an acre. Sonoma, $150,000, $200,000. Napa is like way
lot.
more.
This is
Um,
rocking.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
smelling really good. Okay, so
we just opened
predominantly-
this too.
yeah.
I mean, it hasn't
Yeah.
really. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so dark colors, like you said, you get some plum, a little bit of dust, that earth characteristic, a little cherry.
Yeah, real ripe cherry. And then we blended in 2 other grapes.
Okay.
One called Petit Verdot, the little green. Petit Verdot just brings like even more structure and concentration, kind of
Okay.
a blueberry characteristic. And then Petit Syrah, which brings even more color. 15% alcohol, truly a monster here.
Yeah.
But still real juicy.
Very drinkable.
And
consumer
yeah, we
friendly.
did just open it, and it tastes great. Yeah, we after I did my picture, we opened it and just drank it all.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had to drink it so
How
I
did you come
could
up
post
with those
about it.
pictures?
Me and my sister are really awesome when we like go back and forth with each other. So when I have time, I'm like, I don't know. I like to be different. I don't like to just like here's this wine. Like I don't know.
It's
I like
such a
to
clever
show
post.
like
Yeah, it's
my
great.
personality. And then my sister's like, wait, I have like this. She's huge on Halloween, so she's like,
Cool.
I have this like skeleton. I think it's a dragon or maybe a horse. And we went to her shed and I believe it was a horse, but yeah, it totally worked. And yeah, the
That's
neighbors,
great.
the neighbors were outside probably like wondering, like literally wondering what we were doing because I'm just like carrying this out and then we propped it like on her front lawn. And then I have this like tiny sword because her kids didn't have the big one, so we just like did whatever we had. Yeah, it was.
It was
awesome.
great. You
Yeah.
embraced the moment. for
Exactly.
sure.
Yeah.
And then the
Slayed it.
slogan here, "Slay it," which
Yeah.
we put on the back.
Yeah.
Even more
So
fun.
yeah, my sister's she helps me be clever too, and when we bounce off ideas, it's like gets better and better. Yeah. And usually we'll have like some kind of drink before.
Nice.
It's fun
for
working
the
with the
inspiration.
Yeah.
And some liquid courage.
And she's patient and everything, so it's like yeah.
Yeah, I haven't tasted this in a few weeks. This is rocking right now. So in terms of prices, the Lapis
Yeah.
Luna Sauvignon Blanc about $13.
Yeah, in
The
retail.
Big Red Monster 17, 18.
Yeah,
kinda
so
depending.
super affordable and amazing. So yeah.
Okay, should we go to
A
Bubble
bubble
Butt?
butt? Yeah.
I like that you saved it for the end. We'll just drink it right from the can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That works.
Perfect.
Okay, and
save 'em?
they just came out with. Are they on
2
sale
are real
yet?
cold and 1 is not. So, give me the one that's not cold.
Are they on sale yet?
But
We've just
Yeah, you probably
released
wanna
this.
hand
that Okay.
Depending
That
on
one's
where people live.
Okay.
So we're launching this in California. Oh man, the Carolinas, Kansas, Texas, Georgia. I shouldn't have started listing. I know I'm
Yeah.
going to forget a state. I'm sorry if I've forgotten the state that's launching.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you're
California.
scared to have like
Yeah.
wine out of a can,
Yeah.
this is definitely your go-to because it's freaking amazing.
This is our
Cheers.
seltzer. This is like 3 years in the making.
Yeah. This was a
Okay.
project that really got Andrew
Yeah.
and I started together. We said, what do we love? Sparkling.
We want to do like
let's
champagne in
something
a can.
Okay.
That was kind of the initial thought. It's very difficult to do. Have you tasted this yet?
Yeah, no, I've had like the whole box and then
Okay,
I
good,
opened
good.
my last box.
They're dangerous.
Okay, yeah.
They are
They're
because
8.4%
one, they're
alcohol.
8.4 and they're tiny, like they're smaller cans. So you
So good.
easy to.
God.
I'm like I could be on
Obviously
the
we're
boat all
biased,
day
but-
and like.
So what is a wine seltzer? We kind of talk about that.
Yeah.
It's relatively new. It's not like a category. We're basically taking grapes that would be harvested to make a champagne-style wine,
Okay.
harvesting them very early, fermenting them bone dry, the same way that you would make champagne or California sparkling, and then adding seltzer right before bottling, right before canning,
Okay.
and then carbonating it at a very high level. So this is almost as carbonated as a champagne. Which
It's as high as
which-
carbonation level that you can get.
Right,
Okay.
in a
right.
can.
Yeah, which was really important to us. So we kind of like scoured really the U.S.
Yeah. As you saw when we opened, lots of bubbles. With that
Mm.
carbonation is what we strive for.
Okay.
And then the highest level of alcohol we could do possible in a can as well.
Initially, we were thinking we would do like a Vino Verde, or
Okay.
like a Portuguese style.
Okay.
So we looked to Portugal. We went up to Washington and Oregon. We spent like a week up there.
Yeah. We looked at
Ultimately-
de-alking.
Yeah, we removed alcohol from wine, which didn't work very well.
Okay.
But this was like this whole journey to create like a delicious
Yeah.
wine seltzer.
Yeah, because so many people are like wine in a can. I was like, no, you have to try this one because at first, because I'm the same way. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I had a sip. I'm like, okay, not bad. And then I had another sip. I'm like,
Yeah.
I want these at every party.
Good.
Yeah, oh, awesome.
And we call it a seltzer, not just a wine in
Yeah.
a can.
Yeah.
But it's a wine product that we've kind of merged with seltzer.
Seltzer.
And the name
Yeah,
is
I was gonna ask,
ridiculous.
why?
Yeah.
How did you come
Yeah.
up with the name?
So we wanted to kind of take away the pretension, right? It's a luxury style can, but have a lot of fun with the name. So the consumer thinks, oh, this is funny, this is hilarious, let me try it. And then it's a serious product inside, serious wine, but delicious.
In the very beginning, Evan was just like throwing out names.
Yeah.
And some were real bad. I don't remember.
Rosé all day.
One was all day, ALDE with like an accent, and then we just kept coming back to Bubble Butt, like over and over.
There's no way it could pass, like, and how
Cola's
funny.
TTB approvals,
legally
trademarks.
Trademark.
The emails with the lawyers trademarking Bubble Butt, the mark, was just hilarious.
That's amazing.
And so then we ran some surveys, and people loved the name, and it kept coming up. People would be like, what's going on with Bubble Butt? Like a year after we talked to them.
That's awesome.
So the inspiration for the can was something that Audrey Hepburn would hold, like a real luxury-looking can.
I know, like the Curse of Bees.
And the concept really is that juxtaposition.
The Bellagio Bees is what we call it.
Bees. So it's a highbrow package with a lowbrow name.
It's awesome because I'm all about classy AF. I'm like, this is classy AF.
Yeah. And you get a good buzz from it too.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, it's a real like champagne buzz with the carbonation.
Yeah.
I kind of feel
you
like
have
you're
to be
real
careful
tall.
drinking.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, 8.4,
easily.
and you're gonna drink them faster probably.
Pricing here for a 4-pack, it's like around $13, $13 bucks.
Yeah. Not bad.
So you get 4 cans.
And that's like. White Claws are like what, 20 if you don't go to Costco.
They are,
and they're only 5%.
That's true. That's true.
So
We're almost
more.
twice as much alcohol as a White Claw. I like to think it's more classy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And kind of, I mean, what it's 12:30 right now in the afternoon. Like these will get you. You have 2 of them. You're feeling pretty good.
You have one a day?
I do. I have one a day. When I get home, my wife and I, we always have a bubble.
That's awesome.
And the slogan, which is kind of emerging, is "Guess what."
Bubble
butt. And my 3-year-old has started saying that. This guy's been saying, guess what, bubble butt. So I don't know if that's appropriate or not. Hopefully he doesn't say that in school.
I made sure it said, like, had Classy AF on the back, and then my brother's kid asked what was Classy AF meant. I was like,
there you go.
yeah, probably, I don't know. Whatever you want to tell him.
Define. So while we do have a lot of fun with the labels and the packaging, each wine, it's a real serious wine product.
Yes.
We take the vineyards and everything real serious. Obviously, we have fun with the packaging.
Yeah.
But
and our days in the office.
Our days in the office. We don't usually drink around 12:30, but this is
Exception.
special.
But when that's around, of course.
Yeah. And then, so we will be launching direct to consumer on Bubble Butt in December, around
for
December.
California.
Just for California,
and then we'll launch
until next year. So we'll let you know.
Before holidays?
Oh yeah, it's definitely before the holidays.
Definitely get these for the holiday parties. Because
and the website is drinkbubblebutt.com.
Yeah, drinkbubblebutt.com. And the Instagram is at drinkbubblebutt.
Yeah, let me know and I'll like shout you guys out so they know. Because this is perfect for holiday parties.
Yeah.
Especially like
Christmas, New Year's.
Yeah, I know. That's awesome. Well, if we're allowed.
Thanksgiving.
But,
Thanksgiving.
You know, 10 people.
Bubble Butt. Happy holidays from
Happy
Bubble Butt.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Why, it's so great to see you in
Yeah,
person.
really good to see you.
Yes, I know.
Do we have any questions for her?
I asked one about her burn mark this morning, which I felt
Yeah.
weird about.
Yeah, I burned my neck with a curling iron, and it's big ass. Yeah, my big butt. Yeah, it's a burn. I swear.
Yeah,
I
it looked like a
promise.
hickey. I was like, who's posting pictures of
Yeah,
hickeys?
I know. And luckily, I have long hair now, so I can hide it. But
We've been fascinated by the wine influencer community. You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
no thanks.
Yeah, it seems like a really good group.
Yeah, we all like connect. Yeah. Some of us moved throughout like COVID, so we're not as close. And then COVID happened.
Did you
so.
wake up one day like, okay, I'm gonna do this, or did it?
No,
how did that
actually, me and my
evolve?
brother went wine tasting every week, and we're like, we have so many wineries, so he was like, why don't you just blog about it, see what happens? And then I had a friend who said he wouldn't follow me until I had 1,000 followers. So I was like,
wow.
challenge accepted.
Yeah, there you go.
Got 1,000 followers, and I was gonna stop, but when I got 1,000 followers, it started like I started making friends and all this stuff, and yeah. So
Cool.
then I kept it going.
It's amazing how much content you have and different content that you post regular. I'm just so amazed.
Yeah, sometimes I get slow, but like, so I really was going, we were really going to a winery week, and that would sometimes lead to like 2 wineries. But like our whole goal was we were gonna go sit at a winery, we shared a tasting, and then we picked our favorite bottle, and then we shared it like there, and then we would just bring lunch or something. So
And then
yeah.
you blog about it afterward.
And then it was Con Canyon Vineyard in
Oh,
Livermore
yeah,
that
Con
we
Canyon.
decided to, him and one of my other friends was like, just do it. So we like texted a few friends. One of my friends' husband came up with the name. And then, yeah, it was awesome.
Wine and Dette.
Yeah.
It's a great name.
Yeah. And then this whole share a sip thing came from like I just like I connected with so many people, and I think that's the best part of the whole wine Instagram.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's just take it to other people. And so I'm always like, if I connect one person to another person, I feel like I've done my job. I don't know how many people are gonna watch this, but
That's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And your posts, like, you don't have to know anything about wine.
Yeah,
You
no.
think that they're cool.
Thank
and-
you. Yeah, I try to have fun and make it
Yeah.
a little different. I'm a little weird. I mean, fun weird, but like, so I like to bring that out. Like,
It shows.
yeah, thanks.
And Wanda, did you want us to review?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Should we do
Yeah.
that from our hometown?
Yeah, let's do it.
So when Dette first arrived, she told us that we were going to be reviewing other people's wines, which made us very uncomfortable. But this is one.
This is a one.
Because
from
these
our
were all
hometown.
biased
Yeah.
reviews, although I'm just kidding. They are a freaking amazing wine, and I highly recommend buying them. Especially, they are affordable, they're great, and these people are amazing. So I
Oh yeah, that
support
smells
them.
great. Okay, so this is the Topa Mountain Winery,
I was like, yeah,
cool climate Syrah from Santa Barbara County.
Yeah.
I've never tasted this before. We have a good friend at
Katie Oda.
Katie Oda.
And we grew up in Ojai, the Topa Mountains. In our
Yeah.
parents' backyard, look out over them.
Okay, cool.
Chief's Peak is one of the famous peaks in the Topa Mountains.
This smells great. Okay,
Yeah.
you want to hop in here?
Yeah.
I can dump that for you. So I don't know where it's from in Santa Barbara, but Santa Barbara has several areas that are quite cool climate, where it's cold.
Yeah, yeah.
And cool climate Syrah is my favorite
Favorite?
type of Syrah. Not to get too geeky, but there's a region, the Côte Rôtie in the Rhône in France is known for cool climate Syrah.
Andrew, you have a fun joke about Syrah, don't you?
I do. I don't know the viewership of you might edit this out. Okay, so
I don't know how to edit, so it's all live.
What's the difference between syphilis and Syrah? But you can get rid of a case of syphilis.
Oh,
Like, it's very difficult to sell Syrah, so
That's-
you can't get rid of a case of it. Anyway,
Oh.
little
But
wine.
it's
I
smelling
like
awesome.
that.
Yeah. Okay.
Some
So
dust in
cool
there.
climate Syrah can have like the real
Can't,
savory
like, swirl without a
characteristic.
table. Yeah, okay, there we go.
Oh yeah.
It does smell really good.
Topa Mountain Winery.
Yeah. There was a hike in Ojai that passes through quite a few vineyards.
Really? What, like near Lake Casitas?
We did it with Mom and Dad, and we were talking about. We thought it was more Cab than Syrah.
Okay, so what comes to mind for me is the word umami. It's like that real savory characteristic. On the nose, I get like sage, rosemary.
Yep.
I get
It's
rosemary.
like a
Wood.
little meaty,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
not like bloody meat. I know that might sound weird, but like kind of like meat.
Iron.
Yeah. Just beautiful though. Like good fruit. It's brooding
A little
dark
pepper.
fruit. Yep, for sure. Like black cracked pepper.
It's dark, yeah.
Yeah, the color is
beautiful.
really pretty.
And then that savoriness is like kind of soy saucy on the palate. Beautiful tannin. Like, and then your mouth salivates, so you just want to take another sip.
Yeah.
And this would pair great with food or just on its own. I hope you leave this bottle here. That's good stuff.
Yeah, of course.
So Katie, I hope we reviewed it all right. We highly recommend the Topa Mountain. Syrah, the oak
And
is
Jacqueline
nice
Franklin.
too.
So, yeah,
There's
I
that
actually,
oak.
right when you said that, I was like, oh, I just got another,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
I don't know if it's French or American, but kind of
It's
Pure
French.
little
if we
barrel on
I believe,
likely.
yeah.
So you
I
get
remember
that
correctly,
like
yeah.
kind of vanilla and toasty characteristic. Yeah, really nice wine. Would you know the price on this? This is probably expensive.
I would have to look it up. Maybe I'll look it
That's
up.
all
and
right.
I'll put the price
Cool.
in the comments.
Yeah.
This is fun, guys.
We love Syrah.
Yeah, so there you have it. Here is Evan and Andrew from Lapis Luna.
Yeah. Cheers.
Check out their wine because they're amazing.
Yeah.
Cheers.
All for
And
wine,
Bubble Butt is
wine for
coming.
all.
Yeah, all for wine and wine for all.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks so much.